I assume by now that my opinion of Mr. Geert Wilders is pretty obvious. But as far as the tactics that are normally used to oppose him, I'm not sure that I'm in agreement with them. Demonstrations vilifying him and painting swastikas over his face and things like that, I suppose, are inevitable when you get into politics, especially when you have a controversial message. You know you're going to get vilified. And it looks to me as though Mr. Wilders has even accepted the fact that people are going to try to kill him. So I don't think he's too worried about vilification. He's counting on people actually supporting him because he's saying the things that are playing on their fears. Going after him for hate crimes, I think that's also a tired old way of dealing with people who say things like he says. It's often also a political game. The politicians prosecute him for hate crimes, and there, I've done what I can, and I can wash my hands of the whole thing. It's up to the courts now to decide. I've proven myself a good person, even though I've actually done very little, or perhaps nothing, to actually prevent his ideas from spreading. So I think that hate crimes legislation is not really the way to go. In fact, it's just as counterproductive often as vilification is, because it gives people like that the look of a martyr. The look that the politically correct set are intent upon prosecuting or persecuting even this person. They're singling him out. They're violating his rights, his right to free speech. So no, I don't think that that hate speech is the way to go, and it's not going to work. The reason I say this is, and I suppose by the title of this video one must conclude that I'm not afraid of saying unpopular things. There are real problems that Mr. Wilders is exploiting. Whether we like it or not, immigration from the Islamic world to the West does cause at least a sense of social disorientation and dislocation in the minds, or perhaps in the backs of the minds, of an awful lot of people. People ask themselves, where is this going to go? They don't really pursue the thought to its ultimate conclusion, which is that this is just part of a global process. If you go to the Islamic world, or if you go to anywhere else outside of the West, the same process is taking place with the onslaught of westernization. It's not just Europe or North America that's dealing with this sense of disorientation. Everybody is. So that's where it's going. It's not just happening to us. So retreating into narrow-minded nationalism or defensiveness, or a sense that we're under siege or that Western values are under assault, is really not the way to go. You're not going to sort out your problems that way. But by the same token, we cannot afford to ignore the fact that with great change comes a great sense of disorientation. We've got to be willing to address the issues that Mr. Wilders brings up on their own merits. If there's an issue with female genital mutilation, if there's an issue with misogyny, homophobia, terrorism even, I'm afraid that we've got to deal with that. We can't just denounce the person who brings it up, because all that we're doing is we're making that person stronger. It's not going to be an easy process, but fighting extremism never is. You just have to prove to them that you're in it for the long haul and that you will outlast them in the trench fight that is politics. I've been in politics, and I have learned one thing over the years. In fact, you learn this very rapidly when you get into politics. I've just been in union politics, but in actual politics, especially national politics or international politics, this is true more than anything else. The electorate is horribly fickle. Once people's fears are lessened, once the actual issues that push people towards Geert Wilders are addressed effectively, or at least they get confidence that there is a will to address them effectively, people will abandon Geert Wilders and the extremists like him so fast it will make his head spin. He will burst like the proverbial political bubble that he almost certainly is. But I can't say this enough. the issues that he raises have got to be addressed. Hate speech, hate crimes, vilification, that's just not the way to go. I support strongly Mr. Wilders' right to say whatever he wants. I don't think he has the right to libel anybody or slander anyone. But he has the right to speak his mind just like anyone else. And in that sense, I suppose, I am Geert Wilders. Thank you.